On this small island, whenever a baby is born, an elder must pass away to maintain population balance, for the island's resources can only sustain 513 souls. Seeing his grandson arrive safely, the grandfather leapt from the cliff without hesitation, believing this would bring peace to the island. Yet it did not. For at the very moment he plunged, the doctor discovered the woman was carrying twins. There was another life within her womb. This meant another death was required on the island. The island chief immediately convened a meeting to discuss how to handle the matter. Some suggested the chief turn a blind eye, arguing one extra child would scarcely affect the island. But this proposal was swiftly opposed, for the outside world had long been ravaged by a virus. They could not break the rule of 513 survivors. Once an exception was made, more exceptions would inevitably follow. To determine who should die, the island leader decided on a points-based elimination system. Each person had their own tally. Good deeds earned points, bad deeds lost them. The individual with the lowest score would be executed. A boy watching television saw his points ranked third lowest on the island, and was instantly terrified. For if chosen, he would be thrown into the sea to drown. But Jack beside him reassured him not to panic, for his mother was the island chief and would surely find a way to boost his points. The next day, the island chief did indeed find a way for her son to gain points. She instructed him to share his apples with others. Thus he performed a good deed, gaining 10 points, and his ranking improved by 1 place. Soon the final vote arrived. As the lowest ranked individual was a carpenter who had stolen from others days prior, the islanders voted him to die without hesitation. Just as the carpenter thought his end was near, his wife stepped forward and revealed a shocking secret. It turned out the chief's son frequently exploited his mother's position to drag her into a dark room. If she refused, he threatened to withhold her monthly food ration. Jack burst into laughter. Those present were initially skeptical, but soon more and more women came forward to accuse Jack of similar acts against them. Now Jack panicked. He rushed to his mother pleading desperately for her help. Yet under the villagers' pressure, the island chief found herself at a loss for words. With no other recourse, she cast her vote for her son's exile. Unexpectedly, over 400 voted for his execution. This time, Jack could not escape. Yet as a mother, she could not bear to see her son put to death. She resolved to exile him to the city beyond. The outside world had long been ravaged by the virus. Exile there was tantamount to death. Since the chief had made this decision, the islanders had no further objections. Subsequently, Jack was imprisoned. Yet deep into the night, the island chief secretly visited her son, entrusting him with the gold chain around her neck, hoping he might find a way to survive in the city beyond. The following morning, Jack was escorted off the island by armed guards. Before departing, he even headbutted the carpenter, breaking his nose. Clearly he still felt no remorse. Only upon boarding the speedboat and truly arriving at that apocalyptic wasteland, did fear begin to grip him. He desperately pleaded to be taken back, only to be met with a brutal beating. It turned out these people had long harbored hatred towards him. In the end, they abandoned Jack at the dock, leaving him to fend for himself in that city.